NBC's Steve Kornacki joins us now. He's written a new book. It's called The Red and the Blue. And Steve, we'll talk about the book in a moment, but you're our numbers cruncher. So has there been some polling out there? I mean, what are Americans saying about Brett Kavanaugh, whether they support the confirmation, whether they believe the accuser?
Yeah, I mean, the headline word, and we hear this all the time, it is polarizing. We're seeing now that after those hearings last week, just about everybody in the country has an opinion on this. There's slightly more opposition than there is support. That does make this the least popular Supreme Court nomination since all the way back with Robert Bork in 1987. He is the last nominee to go down when the vote came up in the United States Senate. So there is that. But again, when I say polarized here, the question is the opposition strong enough that you could look at a senator, take like a Susan Collins, maybe a Lisa Murkowski, someone who might normally be inclined to vote for a Republican president's nominee? Is this opposition so strong to take that person and say, no, I need to be on the other side? When you're looking at like a 42-48 split, you know what it really kind of looks like? Donald Trump's approval rating in a lot of ways.
Well, and you have a local race, a new poll just out, that actually the Kavanaugh effect isn't showing up.
And yes, we got a fascinating test. We can show you these numbers for the first time. This is one of the most closely watched congressional races in America, the suburbs of Washington, D.C., Northern Virginia. Barbara Comstock, the Republican incumbent. Now, look, the bad news here for Republicans, and it's bad news, she is losing this race right now, 50-44. The fascinating thing when you look inside these numbers, though, is when they asked folks about the Kavanaugh effect, less than 10% said it was affecting their vote, and it was equal. Some for her, some against her. What was really driving it was just opinion of Donald Trump.
But the question is, will it motivate people to go to the polls? And that really is kind of the X factor. It's like voter enthusiasm. Do you think it'll help Republicans or will it help Democrats?
Yeah, I mean, look, it can't hurt Democrats, but I think the question for Democrats is, have they already maxed out the energy they're going to get from the suburbs, from female voters, from sort of the resistance to Donald Trump that we've seen? It's certainly going to reinforce that, but is it going to add anything new to that? On the Republican side, you could look at it one of two ways. You could say, look, if this nomination goes down, does that create an incentive for Republicans to go out and vote and say, let's make sure this Senate stays Republican so we can fill this, or does it demoralize them?
You've written a new book I mentioned. It's called The Red and the Blue. It's a really important book, and it looks at kind of the genesis, the birth of what we call now tribalism. Everybody in their corners, fewer and fewer people persuadable and in the middle. What did you find?
It's go back to the 1990s. That's basically the story here. And the amazing thing is those terms, red and blue, which means so much now. In politics, they mean everything. At the start of the 1990s, they meant nothing. And the book is really the story. It's Bill Clinton. It's Newt Gingrich. It's the impeachment fight. It's the government shutdown. All those major events in the 90s just building towards that moment. At the end of the decade, the start of the new century, the near perfect tie of the 2000 election. In fact, this show, the Today Show, plays an important role in this history. This is the first place, I have this in the book, that term, red states and blue states, was used in the context we now think of it. It was Tim Russert just before the 2000 election, and we have had it ever since.
We have, and we are in it. The book is called The Red and the Blue. Steve, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.